Hello, I'm Dr. Thomas Westhuizen. I have a very long history of having launched very many brands over a period of 30 years. Many of them startup brands that became brand leaders over time in very challenging and hard industries, assisting clients to market better by spending either less money or the same money in a more efficient way, and also having worked across many countries, 38 countries, helping clients market better. So by the end of this video, I trust you will believe how to market better and how I can assist you to market better. I wrote a book called The Brand Book that looks at how to brand more effectively and efficiently, that covers a lot of examples of brands I've been involved in. I want to talk to you about retail because I think positioning of brands have become a very critical component of brands and something that most people don't think about. One, positioning is not something you change every day. Positioning is something that should be sustainable. I spoke in my life often about Volvo being safe cars. Volvo are safe cars. Volvo is a safe car, and it has dedicated its entire marketing effort to doing that. So has Nike in terms of its ability to perform, and everything it expresses in its marketing talks about its ability to perform. If you look at two markets, specifically the UK market, the retail sector right now is undergoing major change. Marks and Spencer upgraded dramatically its lineup of brands and products and product variations after a very turbulent time of bad growth and losing a lot of market share. It's done a dramatic job of achieving that. In the process, it is in a way almost repositioned negatively Waitrose, and Waitrose, in my view, would now be number 2 and lost its positioning in the marketplace where it was by far the leading brand, and it no longer is. Then you have then you have Sainsbury's, that used to be my favorite brand for long, until Sainsbury's again lost its market positioning as sort of a mid-tier brand, and started packaging products in the cheapest possible packaging you can imagine, basically in the process demeaning themselves as a brand and cheapening themselves as a brand. So at this point, to me, Waitrose is no longer a brand with any positioning. It is an entity with a lack of clarity, where I can see no particular reason why I would buy from Sainsbury's any longer. And for me particularly, it's sad because I really supported Sainsbury's for many years. Then you have brands like Lidl that most people laughed about, that became very strong in the process. It's a German business, but it has a very particular way of working and sell excellent value, yet for most people it never delivered that. So I think the important thing is you cannot only compete on price, you've got to compete on positioning. Price is only something that can buy you an advantage for a short period of time. The best marketing you can ever do is to give everything away for free. So how low can you go? Positioning is the challenge. Price is an easy op. It's an easy out. And it can never solve the sustainable problems of a customer and of a company. Checkers in South Africa has done an exceptional job at redesigning their stores. Their stores are no longer stores. They are miniature delis that are aimed at high-end consumers, and they really became a high-end retailer, a high-end supermarket that literally has a surprise for the consumer around every corner. They still have very good value for money, but the emphasis has changed to become a very high-end retailer with a very serious value proposition, where a lot of effort and time went into producing the right content, producing the right environment, putting little delis into their stores, and making their stores stand out against companies like Woolworths. So in other words, yes, yet again, a brand with exceptional design set themselves apart instead of simply carry on discounting like most retailers do. Now, this is not unique about retail, guys. If you look at the fintech industry, enormous amounts of technology is invested into that. A minor part is invested in differentiating those brands from one another. If you look at almost every component of technology today, the largest part goes into the technology. The smallest part, if any, goes into differentiating that brand from another. If you look at the UK, Startling Bank has done an exceptional job. Many other fintech brands have not done the same kind of positioning job. So position your brand and do not take the default route of cheapening your brand. Because frankly, you don't need to be intelligent to do that. Anybody can do that. If you give things away for free, you will have endless queues of people lining up to take it. If you need any advice on this, or if there's anything I can do to help you, click on the bottom below and like my video, subscribe to my channel, and you will also see my contact particulars, both my email address as well as my telephone number. I'd love to help you, and I'd love to work with you or your teams to make your business strongly positioned, grow for margin, and grow for revenue. Thank you. Those of you guys that are really battling with retail marketing, and that is not unique, it's probably one of the most competitive industries in the world today. Don't devalue your business. Do not devalue your business. Differentiate. Why should people support your brand and not another? And it cannot only be price. Thirdly, look at your store design, because that is a unique differentiator that you can utilize and leverage. But it's one of the weakest ways in which retailers respond. Very few retailers take that into account. Do not jump onto tactical bandwagons like everybody else does. Do not just carry on doing what you've done before. Think about it differently. Ask different questions. Start talking to your staff. Start talking to the people in the trade. Start talking to the people that talk to your customers at the till, at the interface with the real customer about how they feel. Pick up intelligence from other areas. And then the very last one, become far less obsessed with your competitors than with your customers. In other words, let your customers lead your thinking. Just not what the latest competitor does.